how many of our friends here who are looking at making your life better in terms of having more money? How many of you here wish to have more money in life? All right? Wow, okay. All of us want to have more money in life, right? I believe that no one will reject more money, right? And may I have a look of hand, have a raise of hand, how many of you here would like to have more time? More time. On top of having money, you want to have more time. Yes. I believe that all of us here, we want the same thing. So the reason that I ask these few questions is to set us on the same page that tonight we are going to have a chat about how can we make our life having more money and at the same time, more time. Because I believe that everything that we want to achieve in our life eventually, if you were to really think deep down, it's really eventually boils down to two very, very important things, which is money and time. But of course, for some of our friends, for some of our people around us, if health is no longer in you or with you, probably that will definitely be one of the very, very important things as well. So I assume that all of us here tonight are very, very healthy. So there is a question that I want to ask, again, what you truly want to achieve in life. Have you ever asked yourself this question before? How many of you here has always asked yourself this question that, what is the purpose of me coming to this world, and what is the thing that I wanted to achieve throughout this journey of my life? How many of you here have ever asked yourself this question from time to time? Ada tak? Ada. Okay? Actually, people say after midlife crisis, okay, there's a crisis, they call it a midlife crisis, is it? That usually is after how many years old? So young man, no lah. I think well, after 35, right? 35 to 40, they call it, that period of time is a midlife crisis life, right? Because probably for those of your friends probably who are working very, very well or performing well, they are probably already achieved things that they wanted to have in their life. So especially because of social media nowadays, I realize that more and more people are encountering a very, very serious midlife crisis. Because a lot of people, when they are scrolling through social media, they see, wow, why all others people's life is so good, but looking back at my own life, macam very jialat. Anyone of you have ever feel that kind of feeling before? Okay. But sometimes we always look at what we don't have, but forgot to appreciate what we truly have as well, right? So I personally will always encourage all the friends around us, right? If today you are still healthy, you have a work, you have a job, all right, and then you have a beautiful family, your parents are still around you, I think this is something that we should really, really feel grateful for already. Because a life that we don't have any gratitude, right, we will never be able to have more in life. Because this is the principle of life. Many people are working so hard to chase after things they don't have, then eventually trying to impress people that don't like. Right? A lot of people are trying to do that, but something that throughout the years of me building the business and then going through life from a young man, all right, until where I am today, I began to look back on my life and started to ask myself, how can I live a better meaning life? So, asking about this question from time to time. Just now, right, before we got started, we watched a video, a group of old men, right, in Taiwan, because they are so old already, and then people around them, all right, they are average 81 years old, and a lot of them, some of their friends already passed away, and then a few of them having chronic diseases. And people might say that at this stage of life, there is no more hope. But whether there is a hope or not, it's the matter of how we think. Do you guys agree? All right. So just now when I was on the way coming to center, as I always travel more than an hour in the car, I will usually listen to a lot of different podcasts. Can I share with you a little bit on what I've listened just now that actually struck me a lot? Can I? Okay. I forgot in which era already. Back then, when there is a war going on, in US, they are having a lot of, they call it the fighting jet. All right, the fighting jet. So in order to win more wars, okay, they are trying to upgrade their fighting jet to, they call it not fighting jet, they call it what? Fighter jet, all right, fighter jet, is it? Fighter jet, okay, they call it the fighter jet. They were thinking how to improve the fighter jet so that the fighter jet will not get shoot down by all the enemies easily. So after the fighter jet that come back from all the wars, right, then there's a group of people who are doing the probability. They are thinking, hey, how can we do that better? So for a lot of people, when they study the jet, right, they say, wow, okay, this fighter jet, they are trying to put on more shield along the places that has a lot of bullets hole. They say, okay, by common sense, we should put on more the shield along the sides that have a lot of bullets holes. Then there is one guy, I forgot what is the name already, okay, because I'm a little bit weak in remembering name. But he said, hey, actually, it's the opposite. The reason that we can still study about those jets can come back to the base is because they survive. That's why they are back here. Then we should protect the places that is less bullet hole, which is the engine of the fighter jet. So the normal people, they might think that, hey, okay, where there is a lot of holes, that's where we need to put on the shield. But this guy mentioned, he said, this jet that can come back to the base safely is because the most important part of the jet is not being shot. That's why they are back. So the same thing, when they go to hospital, they say, hey, you know, in hospital, there are a lot of people who got gunshot on the legs and hand. Staying in the hospital is not because hand and legs are more easier to get shot. It's because people who got shot in the heart don't need to come back already. They have no chance to come back already. Okay, so this thing, yeah, why the fighter jet that can come back is because they survive by avoiding the main part of the engine got shot. All right. So it got me thinking, hey, you know, actually a lot of time, right? Why those successful people, they think they can be successful in their life is because they see things and look things from different perspectives. Where the majority people will start to think, hey, you know, because here got a lot of holes, that's why we need to put on the shelter to cover up all these places that get shot easily. But in fact, on the opposite, it's the places that has the least bullet holes. That's why the fighter jet can come back to the base safely. So same thing in life. A lot of time we choose to look things from the majority of people, how the majority of people see things, but we never really ask ourselves and stay quiet down our heart to look at what we truly want to achieve in our life. So by working every single day, so busy, years after years, days after days, have we really ever asked ourselves, why am I alive and what I truly want to achieve in my life? So I believe that for those of our friends here who has constantly sitting down, having a self-me time, thinking about life, I'm sure that you know, deep inside your heart, there is something that you truly want to achieve, yes or yes? We all know, or else we won't be here tonight. Because it's not because our life is not good, but we just feel that there is something better that can be done with our life. Do you guys agree? All right? Because nowadays, I don't believe that people don't have food to put on the table to eat already. Okay, now our major problem is what to eat. It's not that we don't have food to eat, but it's too many choices that we don't know what to eat. All right? So, but oftentimes, as we look at life, right, do you see yourself in making it happen, all right, in 3 to 5 years' time by doing what you are doing over and over again? You know, this is one of the questions that we have to always ask ourselves. This is one of the questions that I always ask of myself as well. I believe that a lot of us, we want to have better health, we want to have more money, we want to have probably a better relationship, and we want to have so many more things. But the real question that have we ever asked ourselves is, by doing what am I doing today, will I be getting closer to where I want to be every single day? If not, okay, then maybe we need to ask ourselves whether I need to make a change. So how many of you here feel that, hey, you know, I need to make a change in order to make my dreams or the goal in my life come true? How many of you feel that you need to make a change? In fact, all right, I also feel that I need to make a change because I have my goals that I was yet to achieve as well. That's why all of us here are coming together as well. So tonight, why am I sharing with you all this? Probably you like it or not, but for the past 14 years, I have an opportunity to choose whether to work for other people or not. So allow me to share with you a little bit of my story. I didn't come from a really, really rich family, very, very normal family. Okay, that's not my girlfriend, that's my sister. Okay, and this is my family now. I got one wife and then I got one wife only lah. Okay, and then one boy. Okay, which is Zachariah. Okay, so as like any one of you here, I'm just a very, very normal young man. But I think later on, when I begin to look back in my life, right, I realized that, hey, my normal is probably a lot of, it's an abnormal for a lot of people. Because right after I graduate from my university, I got an opportunity to not submit any resume until today. So like a lot of you, okay, thank you. If you want to clap, you can clap. But somehow I didn't know that actually it is so special until I asked very, very little people are actually having that kind of choice. Okay, so as like any one of you here, I graduated from university as well. Okay, this is me. Okay, and this is another Founders Platinum, which is Yvonne's husband. Today he is not here. Okay, actually both of us get to know each other when we were still in university. So as you can see at my face, right, it's like a lot of youngsters as well. But this is the place where begin to change my life a lot, because I begin to ask myself very, very important question. I graduate as a bachelor degree in financial planning. So how many of you here heard about bachelor degree in financial planning before? Okay, thank you, thank you. And majority people who know about financial planner usually relates it with insurance agent. Okay, but a lot of people doesn't know actually insurance, which is risk management, it's part of the financial planning. Risk management is part of the financial planning. But financial planning is more than just risk management alone. But to make the long story short, back then, what I studied during my university time is one very, very important thing that I always ask myself, because our work role is to solve one problem, is to help our client to make sure when one day they can no longer working, let's say when they retire at the age of 55 or 60, how are they going to sustain their life for the next 20 years? Because after retire doesn't mean that we're going to die, right? No one after retire 55 years old, you still need to live, all right? 35, or if you are healthy, probably you're going to live longer. But because when money become an issue, a lot of people, they come to a situation that very mountain called what? A dilemma. Okay, whether they want to stay healthy, live longer, or they want to die faster. Yeah, actually, it's real. It's a real fact, you know. Because if you are very, very healthy, then you need to live longer. When you live longer, you need more money. And when we grow older, right, our expenses is getting higher or lower? Higher. So it's always a dilemma. Stay too healthy, takut. Okay, scared no money. If die too early, then they feel like, yeah, I work for 55, 60 years old, I haven't enjoyed life, already need to die. So also very, dilemma also. So back then, when I begin to study about this, I always have this kind of mindset that asking myself, hey, how am I going to have an opportunity or a way to ensure when one day I can no longer work, my money can still keep coming in. That's why majority of the financial planner, after they graduate, they go into whether bank to become whether they are they call it a mutual fund agent, or they become an insurance agent. It's because all that tools is one of the tools that we will usually use to help our client to meet that target. But the question is, I realized one very important thing back then. Yes, of course, if you were to be able to buy a big amount of insurance for retirement plan, then probably one day when they stop working, the retirement fund can help them to sustain their life. But the question is, today, if you want to have that amount of money to buy that kind of retirement plan, you also need a lot of money nowadays, right? True or true? All right? So then there's the problem. I want to buy protection or want to buy retirement plan. Now I need to have big money. But now majority of the youngsters also don't have money to sustain their life. How Okay, so very sakit kepala, okay, tau tia. Okay, so back then, because of that, right, I begin to become very, very sensitive towards opportunity. And back then, when I was about to graduate, this is during my graduation, but 5 months before my graduation, I was really, really grateful because one of my housemates, also my secondary school mates, which is Emerald Xianlong, okay, he is the one who invited me to one of the session like this. He invited me to one of the session like this. So that time actually, I was a little bit, I'm not a little bit, I'm very, very reluctant. Because, you know, when people say, youngsters, when they got nothing, their nose is on the head one. Because they don't know nothing mah. Okay, that's why people say, you know, tin kosong, dia punya suara sangat besar kan. Okay, 空桶响的特别大声啊。The empty can sound very, very big one. Those who are very, very well-to-do or inside got a lot of money one, you try to, what? You try to knock and see, no sound come out one. Okay, sangat-sangat mampat okay. So that's life. So back then, right, when I don't know anything, wow, I tell you, my nose is really up here. So when my friend, okay, which is my housemate, as well as my good friend, okay, when he brought me to one of the session like this, actually my heart, right, it's just giving him face one. I say, I give you face lah. I come and listen, see what you gotta tell me lah. Okay, and back then actually my intention is to start, my planning is to start embarking in financial planning journey one. And my intention to come that night is not to look at the business, but to look at one thing, to know more people. My intention is to know more people because they said, wow, here I got a lot of friends, all very, very rich one. So of course, if I want to do financial planning, then I need to have a right target audience, right? So he told me there is a lot of rich people there, then I must go lah. Okay, so that night when I come, when I was sitting down, he also very smart. He put me in the first row of the seats. But that night, right, it changes my life a lot. Why I would say so? Because that night, the person who are standing on stage and sharing the opportunity actually is this couple. All right, that night actually is Shok Hun was speaking on stage, and for your information, actually she is now the CEO of one of the CEO of one of the they call it 财务资产 asset management company, multinational asset management company CEO. Right? She's a CEO now. If you were to type her name, then you'll be able to see her name coming out. And that time, which is 14 years back, her husband, she and her husband, okay, that time she was a general manager for Hong Leong Asset Management. And she became the Hong Leong Asset Management general manager at the age of 28 years old. And her husband was running 2 law firms. So that night, right, when I was sitting down there, she was sharing on stage. Then I was just like anybody else, all right, because the hidong is on the head. So my hand also like that, like just now the kid like that, okay, cannot accept anything. I said, you tell me lah, see what you gotta say. Okay, very lancy. Okay, so that's why people say youngsters there's a saying lah. I don't know what is the saying already. You know the 出生之什么不怕虎啊 the kambing yang lembu yang baru lahir you put in front of the lion also they don't scared one because they don't know who the lion is That time I'm like that lah. Okay, so that time when I got to know both of them, their youngest kid is about my son's age. Okay, their kids is about my son's age. So I was listening to their sharing, and that night, right, one thing that actually struck me a lot, she showed me one very, very important picture, which is this picture. She mentioned one thing. She said, hey, this lady, she mentioned about this lady. This lady, her name is Miss Chan Po Yuk. And she passed away in 1993 after she achieved diamond. And after she achieved diamond, she passed away. Back then, she's not married yet. And because of that, Amway has passed on the money to the siblings. And the best thing is, as you can see, at the year of 1993, after she passed away, her income is still coming in. And imagine, at the year of 1993, my friend, 167,000 is how much? It's easy. I remember when I go to school in 1995, I bought a nasi lemak 50 cent, so big that I can share with my sister. So usually, because beside my shop, I stay in a kampong. Beside my shop is a warung nasi lemak. So morning time, my mom will bring me give me a plate. He said, okay, and then he give me 50 cent. Go beside tapao. So I bring the plate, go there, tapao, come back, and then me and my sister can finish one plate for 2 people. Imagine, back then, 167. I think easily now it's about 600 to 700,000. And the most important thing is, guys, when you look at this, back then I was sitting down there and my mind started rolling very, very fast. And I was asking myself, hey, how she can make it happen where after 1 year she passed away, her income doesn't stop, keep coming, and at the same time, it grows. I think this is very, very important. I'm not sure how many of you relates to this, but because as I mentioned to you, being a financial planner, we are very, very sensitive towards passive income. Because our role is to help our client to make money when they can no longer work and sustain their life. But this lady, after 1 year she passed away, her income doesn't stop and still coming in. So that moment, my eyes start to blink already. And then I will start asking myself, really meh? Sure not? Got like this one meh? Okay, I'm not sure how many of you got this kind of feeling, but if you has this kind of feeling running in your heart, I just want to tell you, okay, tap on your shoulder, tell yourself, I'm normal. Okay, I'm normal, okay? Because I was thinking like that too, okay? And the most amazing part is, okay, at the year of 2010, okay, which is after 17 years she passed away, the accumulated income, all right, that year itself, her income is 700,000. And then throughout those years where she passed away, the total accumulated income wealth is already more than 10 mil. So, I just want to challenge every one of our friends here. Have you ever asked yourself, how long will your boss pay you when you stop working? You don't have to answer me, like answer yourself, okay? So, I think this is something that we need to ask. That's why you don't have to believe in me, all right? And then you don't have to believe 100% what I say, but you just need to think a little bit. You just need to think a little bit, all right? Because whether you like it or not, okay, I'm on stage sharing with you, and after 14 years, not working because of this same opportunity I'm sharing with you, okay? So, and after that, right, she showed me another picture. This guy, okay, he also about the same, but the only thing is he didn't pass away, okay? After he qualified diamonds in the Amway business, he migrated to Australia, and their Amway business income continued to grow, and he passed away at the year of 2010, and his business succeeded by his son Sunny and the wife Hamida. And this is how their income looks like. At 1993, 249, which means at the year of 1993, it's already more than, in current, in today's world context, it's already more than 1 mil. Okay? And then 2004, 700, and 2016 is already more than 1.8 mil. So guys, whether you like it or not, whether you choose to believe it or not, it's okay. Because this is what's happening and this is a fact. So that night, right, I was thinking, hey, is that really real? Okay? And I have a lot of questions running in my mind. And the next thing that the ladies who are sharing on stage, which is Miss Yap, she just asked me a question. She said, what have you got to lose if you choose not to believe? And what have you got to gain? All right, what have you got to gain if you choose not to believe? And what have you got to lose, all right, on the another side of it? So back then I was thinking, I'm still a final semester young boy, okay? And as you can see, I'm so skinny. If you want to sell me also, I think it doesn't worth much. Don't have experience, don't have capital. And then she just told me, if you were to give it a real try, what if your life changed? And because of that, right, I began to look further into finding more answers. Because I believe one very, very important thing. Back then, as I can share with you, a little bit more, I am not a first class honor degree student. As you can listen to my broken English, you also know how jialat my studies lah. Okay, me and JC actually, my classmate, he graduated one semester earlier than me, and my CGPA, I think when I graduate is about 2.8 only. Okay, don't like that lah. Okay, 2.8 also. Okay, I still graduate. Okay, but that time I realized one very important thing. I don't like to study, not because I don't like. It's because I don't see the purpose of studying. Because I was thinking, hey, because my friend who graduated half year, which is one semester earlier than me, okay, they were hired by Hong Leong Bank, not Hong Leong Bank, Public Bank. And back then, Public Bank is considered one of the highest paying company for fresh grad. And she's earning about 2008. And after a few years, my classmate graduate also 2008. So I was thinking, wow, like that machialat. Okay, after so many years, still the same salary. I said, how can? So that's why I come here, then I begin to ask myself, what if the people who share on stage and what they say are real? Because as I mentioned, my CGPA is not very high, but I think my logic is quite high. Because I realize in the real world, many people, their CGPA very high, but their logic is not so high. Why? Because if you know what you are doing cannot give you what you want, you still continues to work. You can, cannot, right? But a lot of people are doing that. So that's why, back then, when I was listening to both of their sharing, right, my heart OS is like this. GM, okay? Takkan nothing to do, go and sell sabun. There must be something that they see, I don't see. So I want to find out. That's my OS that time. Because I think human beings is very simple. Imagine if today your boss offer you 2 different jobs. Okay? One work for 10 hours, one work for 4 hours, both paying same 10,000. Which one you want to work for? This one you use the toe to think also no lah. Logic, right? So that time I was thinking, GM, lawyer, both of them, takkan nothing to do, sell sabun. Okay, there must be something. Then later when I begin to come into the classroom and learn, I realized that one thing that I probably paid more than close to 100,000 during my university and my teacher never taught me. Being a financial planner student. And I learned it in this business school. Are you guys ready for that? And if today I can assure, if today you were to understand this concept, your life will change forever. Because so many people don't understand. Many people want to be rich, but so many people are not financial literate. Can you understand what is that? Many people want money, but don't understand money, how money works. So the first thing, the law of money, one thing very, very important today, if you want to be financial free, you need to remember one thing, which is financial freedom. It's when your passive income higher than your expenses. That's simple. Many, many times when I begin to ask a lot of people, hey, what is your financial goal? They say, hey, I want to be financially free. So how to consider yourself as financially free? Many people say, hey, I want to have a lot of money. But how much? There is no exact answer. But today I just want to assure you, every single one of us, we have our own financial freedom numbers. Very simple. Go back, make a simple calculation, knowing how much you are spending every month, which is your total expenses. And when you are not working, your passive source of income exceeding your expenses, you are financially free. Full stop. That's it. And so many people doesn't know about that. And before we create wealth, we need to do the first step, which is help ourselves to achieve financial freedom first. That's when we gain back our 8 hours of time, then we can start building wealth. That is the step-by-step thing. That's why the first thing first is get yourself financially free. If today you still have to stay in your job for the rest of your life, you knowing that you can't get away from it, then financial freedom is still so far away from you. So this is the first lesson that I got back then. And the second most important lesson is wealth is not measured by amount of money itself. How many of you are aware about this before tonight? You all are aware. If you are aware, congratulations. But for those who are not, the amount of wealth that you have is not just merely by the amount of money that we have, but it's the amount of time when we stop working, how long can we sustain our life? So, ask you guys a very, very simple question. Between two guys, A and B, okay? A and B. One person having 100,000 in the bank and another person having 1 million in the bank. Which one is wealthier? 1 million. Wrong. I haven't asked the question yet. Because let's say if the 1 million guy, his monthly expenses is 500,000. And the 100,000 guy, his monthly expenses is 1,000. Who is wealthier now? 100,000. So the question is, guys, how many months that you can sustain your life without working the moment when you stop working? Which means if today your bank have 100,000 and your monthly expenses is 10,000, how much is your wealth? 10 months. This is very, very important. Are you clear with this? Please make sure that you are clear with this, because this equivalent to 100,000 of tuition fee and 4 years of life. Seriously. Because many people, when they have worked throughout their life, they are still not sure with this formula. That's why so many people, they can't exit from their work and rat race. That's why I'm not very, very rich, but I've been free for 14 years. I've been free for 14 years. You know, I was a little bit paiseh lah, okay? Until today, I still wake up 10 a.m. in the morning, man. Sorry, okay? But of course, I work later, and now I got to wake up earlier because 7 a.m. my son will wake me up to make him milk. Okay? But before that, before I got my son, usually I sleep until 10, okay? 10, 1. Okay? 11 is the real one, okay? But of course, you know, that's why during pandemic, I'm not sure how many of you, how you all live your life. Sometimes when I look at people, wow, I also got a little bit 怀疑人生, you know. I was thinking whether my life right or wrong. Because I work so few hours, 5 figure. People work more than 10 hours per day, also no 5 figure. So I was thinking, what happened? Okay, so yeah, I also don't know how to say, but somehow this is what happened to me, okay. So many people make money when they work, but how many people, you know, can make money when they doesn't work? So I hope that tonight, please wake up, because the financial game is being designed differently. If we want to win in the financial game, we have to play the financial game differently. Because people who are hardworking, okay, there are a lot of people who are so hardworking out there, right? But how many people are really living up their dream? Since there are so many people who are working so hard, but yet still so little people who are living out their dream, do you think there is something wrong with the formula? That's why I say I'm not very, very smart. My IQ is not very, very high, but I think my EQ is okay. That's why I always ask question one. I say, why? Why? I always ask myself, why? Why like this one? Why like this one? That's where I find more answers towards that. And to understand that, I want to give you as a gift for tonight, because this is the book that after I attended the financial school, which is our TQG business school, my mentor suggests me to read. Because this book itself changes my perspective and thoughts towards how money is made. That's why I understand that. That's when I begin to understand why there are so many people who have been working so hard, yet they are not getting what they want. And some people, you can see that probably, you know, people, they are, you know, some people, if you go to golf club, do you know that actually people playing golf since morning until evening? And during the weekdays, people are playing golf. You guys know that? Okay, and I know that, you know, many people play pickleball now, right? And if you go to PSC, all right, one of the most vibrant places for people who are playing pickleball, they are like, don't need to work one. You 10 a.m. go, also people playing. 11 go, also people playing. 2 p.m. go, also people playing one. Okay? But why are these people don't need to work one, man? And every time when we go to airport, you try to go to airport during the weekdays, they are also full of people one. But why there are people who are living up their life like that? And why we can't? That's why, because people are working in the probably wrong quadrant if they want to achieve the results that we want. Simple enough. Today, if you were to understand this concept, you will begin to understand where and how to spend your life, because in the whole world, it's always divided by this 80-20% rule. Have you heard about this 80-20 principle? How many of you have heard about 80-20% principle? And what is 80-20% principle? All right, 20% of the people are having the wealth of 80% in the world, and 80% of the normal population are only having the 20% wealth in the whole world. So guys, if given a choice to make, would you want to be at the 20% population or the 80% population? 20% population, right? Because I also want to be at the 20% population, because I'm really, really sick of the feeling of every time. I remember during my school days, going to the restaurant, always get bullied by the menu. Every time when I open, I only see on the right hand side. Then only I look at left hand side. What am I qualified to eat? How many of you have that kind of feeling? Wow, I have that kind of feeling so many years, And every time when I was driving on the road, I see why people can drive Mercedes-Benz, and then why people can drive, BMW, and now Porsche. Why can't I? They are also human, I also human, right? So there must be something that they have done differently. That's where I begin to ask the question, how can I become like that? Then when I begin to learn about this, then this is also the same very, very important thing. Today, if you want to win in your financial life, bring this back, all right? Imprinted it in your mind and always ask yourself, where am I now and where I want to be eventually? Because for the left-hand side, this is where we say the 80% of the population, which is here, E and S. And who are these people? They are the people we call employee and self-employed. These people are the 80% in our population, and simply put it in a simple way, they are the people who are using their time to change money. And the right hand side here, okay, which is the right hand side here, B and I, which is business owner and investor, they are the people who are using system and money to make money for them. So my teacher back then, because I'm still a undergraduate back then, okay, normal student, IQ not very high, he used a very simple analogy to share with me. He said, imagine guys, imagine today if you are living in a village, and in this village there is no water, and the only source of water is 5 kilometers away. There is a river for you to bring back your house every day, for you to have the water supply. If given two choice, the first one, carry water bucket and then bring back home, or the second one, build a pipeline back to your village, which one would you choose? Pipeline, right? But which one are you using now? This is common sense. This don't need very high IQ, right? So back then, my mentor, my teacher, he was just asking me this simple question. He said, if today, given you an opportunity to transport the water back, you want to use water bucket or you want to use pipeline? I said, of course, pipeline lah. Why? Because one day when the job is done, we don't need to carry water bucket anymore, but the water can keep on flowing back. Simple. Actually, success is not hard. It's very, very simple. But of course, what I understand is a lot of time, if today in your house, there are people who need water urgently, then you cannot wait until the water pipe is done because they are going to die out of thirst, right? So what they suggest me is, it's okay to carry water bucket, nothing wrong, because it helps us to solve our current needs. But what we are doing after our work. That's why a lot of people, when I begin to talk to them, right, they say they are very hardworking, they get a second job. But their second job is getting another water bucket, guys. Is it the same nature or different nature? Same nature. And what is the scariest thing is, when they carry another water bucket, they pour it into their home tanki, the water got more, right? And they thought the water will keep on flowing in. And they begin to overcommit. Yesterday, I was talking to one of my business partner. He's working in the bank. And he said, there are youngsters coming to apply for loan. Then she was asking them, can you show your savings statement? You know, that couple buying close to 1 million, they are opting for 1 million ringgit property. And when she was asking them to show the saving statement, you know the saving statement, 200 ringgit. I said, 30 over years old already, you know. Then I said, where he get the 勇气, the courage, by only having 200 ringgit as savings and having the courage to buy a house. Right? They said because their monthly income is high. Monthly income is high, but savings 200 ringgit. So I was asking, the next question I was asking, they never thought that one day they cannot work one. Yeah, okay? So, yeah, it's very simple. Today, if given a choice to come again, would you want to build the water pipeline or carry water bucket? If given a choice, you want to build pipeline. So the simple answer is, on the right hand side, which is B and I, are the people who are building pipeline. And on the left hand side are the people who are carrying the water bucket. So for people who are getting many different kind of part-time job, actually they are carrying a lot of different bucket. So the crisis is one day when the person can't carry anymore, there will be no water coming in anymore. So my mentor, both of them are the real person that I've seen, because Shok Hun was a CEO and the husband is a lawyer who own law firm. And I've seen them with my eyes, how they built the pipeline after their work, and eventually, both of them, actually Han Seng, retired, being a retired lawyer at the age of 42. He sell off both of his law firm, and during COVID time, the whole family migrated to Australia. Many people are struggling back then, but they have that choice. And out of these 14 years, I've seen them with my own eyes, how they transition from ES to become B through the Amway business. So today, like it or not, this is a fact. But whether it's a story that's going to be changing your life, it's your choice. So because of that, I really tried very hard. 2011 May, I graduated. And I give it a real shot. And at 2012, I became a platinum as well as a founder's platinum, where that's when the yearly income reaches 6 figures. Okay? And this concept that I want to share with you, because of that, the result that I've gained is because of this concept. Because back then, being a student, I don't have many choices. And I don't have any experience in running any businesses as well. I don't have network, I don't have capital, all right? And then I don't have any experience in running the businesses. But this business allows me to start as a student because of this concept. If after tonight you are serious about your financial future, please read this book. But today I'm just going to use 2 minutes to share with you what is this concept all about. And why, because of this concept, you and me, every single person can do it. How many of you have heard about prosumerism before? For those who have heard it before, okay, you raise up your hand so that I can see those who never raise up, so then I know you are not. Okay? Okay. So what is prosumer for some of our friends who doesn't know? Actually, it's very simple. Okay? How many of you, if today we will talk about satay, where is nice? Kajang. Oi, we never pakat, right? Why suddenly all of us know same place, Kajang, all right? And some more the same shop, what? Haji Shamuddin, is it? Same one, how come? Everyone has the same shop, right? Why? Because someone told us. True? We heard from other people. Why? Because someone has tried it, know it is so good, share with us, and then we go and try. Some may try, some may not, okay? But for those who have tried, some may like, some may not. Okay? And then the next thing what we do? Share again. That's why now all of us know. But after we share so many times, right? Just a quick question. When you share with your friends about the best satay in town, did every one of them go? Did some of them go? Yes. So eventually, for those who go, right, who make the money? The pakcik lo. The pakcik make the money. Did they share with you the profit? When you go next time, did they say, "Ayah, you bring so many people here, I give you one free satay lah, got it?" Also no. Okay? So, do you see that one thing that actually you and me are doing every day, but we are not making money? If imagine we can change a place to do the same thing and can make money, do you want it? And this is what prosumerism is all about. This is what prosumerism is all about. That's why a lot of big corporations are starting to adopt, they start to adopt this business strategy already. That's why when you see Shopee at the early stage, when we start to buy things, when we become a new member, they said, "Hey, I give you 10 ringgit voucher," and when you share with other people, they start utilizing it. Your 10 ringgit voucher will also start to activate, and then you use it, right? This is from prosumerism. Why? Because they know the best advertising method is through the word of mouth, right? It's through the word of mouth. It's through human. So the real fact is we are doing it every single day, but we are not making out of it. Like imagine if there is a company, they said, "Hey, today, if you were to change whatever that you are spending every single month to my place, and after that, if you feel good, okay, you continuously using it and share with other people. And for people who you brought in and buy from me, I'm going to do profit sharing with you, not just one time, but for the rest of your life." How many of you would do that? See, nothing to lose but all to gain, right? So, but the question is there anybody in the market who are offering this kind of opportunity? Is there anyone in the market who are offering this kind of opportunity? They say, "I open up a shop. If tomorrow, right, beside Pak Haji Shamuddin, open another satay shop, all right, called Pak Ali. And then Pak Ali say, okay, I do the best satay, and I give you 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you eat, you feel nice, you pay. Don't feel nice, don't need to pay." All right? Good or not? Would you go and try? And the Pak Ali say, after you try, if you happen to share with your friend, and your friend come and eat here, the profit that I generated, I do profit sharing with you. How many people will go? How many people will bring friend go? See? Then we can do the business already, lor. That's why I said, IQ not high punya people also can do. Okay? So, this is prosumerism. And as I mentioned, to apply this concept in the market, who are the one who are offering this kind of opportunity? Okay, let's have a look. The concept I already done. Okay, so that's why instead of going through the middle person, they go to you. But who are the one who are offering this kind of opportunity? Actually, this is the least in the market who are adopting this prosumerism concept. But if given a choice, guys, to partner, would you want to partner with the number 100 or number 1? Yeah, lor, this is logic, ma. Again, unless the number 1 said, "I'm not qualified," then I go for number 2, lor. If number 2 said, "I'm not qualified," then I go for number 3, lor. If can choose to work with the number 1, who want to work with the number 2? True or true? Okay, so the reason why I choose to partner with the Amway Corporation is first because they are adopting this business concept, and they say, "I'm applying the business concept called prosumer, where after you use it, you feel good, you draw crowd into my shop, and the profit that I generated, I do profit sharing with you." And at the same time, okay, why they are number 1? They are number 1 for a reason. If today we want to choose to work with someone, to partner with someone, the reason why Amway can be at the world top is because they have more than 400 different kind of SKU, and all these product is 100% satisfaction guarantee. Imagine, guys, just now as I mentioned, have you ever go to any shop, after buy, then you feel not nice, not because the product got problem, you know. Imagine, ladies, you go and buy a lipstick, once you put on it, then you see, "Ayu, the color my husband said not nice," then you go and return, can or not? If not, outside can or not? Cannot. They say, they ask you eat yourself, okay? But true, right? But or you buy any toothbrush, after you brush, so hard one, I want the soft one, this one is medium one, bongam, I want to bring back, can or not? They also ask you, probably you just throw away lah. But today, imagine if a partners that you work with offer you 100% satisfaction guarantee, means that what? The product quality high or low? If not high, do you think that they dare to do that? They are not doing business already. They are not busy doing business. They are busy returning product, right? But why they are having the confidence to do so is because of the quality of the product. It's good. It's safe. And for me, it's the best. I'm not sure for you or not. Okay? For me, it's the best. Okay? Not just best. And at the same time, it is very, very safe. That's why our supplements is the world #1 supplements who are consumed by the China Olympic. All the China Olympic athletes are using it as well. That's why it is really, really safe for people to consume. And because of that confidence, my son started Nutrilite even before he was born. Why? Because Esther has been taking a huge amount of Nutrilite. And what is the byproduct? What is the side effect? Touch wood. Now my son is turning 2. Until now, I think we never heard him. He never experienced any high fever in his life. But I heard a lot of parents are struggling with that, So why is that? Because I believe that both of us must have done something right. And why? Because we learn from all the doctors in TQG. And we do the right thing for them. All right? So, yeah. And it's all running. And at the same time, it's very, very economical. Yes. Especially in business, I don't want to do a business that is selling cheap products. But I want to sell the products that is valuable. So today, Nutrilite is very, very valuable products, and all the Amway products is very, very economical. I wouldn't say it's cheap, but it's very economical. Why? As you can compare the price from the market, you can make yourself a very, very clear outcome and seeing what is the difference of the price already. Very, very reasonable pricing with the quality and the safety as well as the effectiveness of the product. And at the same time, it is really environmental friendly. Especially now, after having kids, for those parents who have kids, then probably you want to have further thinking, wow, I want to preserve a better place for the children, right? Before that, probably don't have that much of feeling and burden, Okay, now got ready. But today, when we are using the product, we are already helping to preserve a better nature and environment for our next generation, okay? And for our Malays friend, all right, for our Muslim friends, and all our product, it's halal certified. So, for me, being a business owner, this is one of the very, very important key component that I'm looking at if I were to choose who I want to partner with. And because of that, the transition of the company is also transforming through times. Many people still have the old thinking where Amway, it's equivalent to direct selling, equivalent to door-to-door, equivalent to pushing people to buy. How many of you have that kind of feeling before this? I have, to be honest. I have. That's why I was rejecting the business for 4 years. Until my friend brought me to know about those, both of my mentor. That's where it begins to change my life and begin to understand, wow, in fact, the world is changing. So, like it or not, the world is changing, right? Today, AI is taking the market by storm, and so as our life. And why Amway can still be so huge until today is because they are transitioning from 1959 till today. We are doing wellness and social commerce already. So, the Amway that you know is the old version of Amway or the new version of Amway, guys. So, and today, I like this business so much. I can operate my business from anywhere of the world, okay? Because as we can see now, right, with the phone and with the wireless, you can run your business everywhere around the world. Do you like the idea? For me, I like it very, very much. Sometimes in the morning when I was having my me time in a special place, I will do my follow-up and then I'll start putting in the orders. So in such a small, comfy place also, I can do business, okay? So what I'm trying to say is, today, you don't need a very, very big inventory, but you can do an international business because it combines the high-tech and high-touch. And just now, as I mentioned, this is your business partner. If today you were to make a decision and this shop, it's your business partner. Imagine they said, you bring in customer to buy in here for whatever business generated, I do profit sharing with you. And if your customer don't feel satisfied, they return and then I give you back 100% money. How many people are you going to bring in? Nice or not? Okay, so how to make it happen? Of course, after we are having a business partner who provide us with good products, how to run the business professionally. That's why tonight, all of us are here. We are in TQG. Give TQG a great round of applause because without a proper education, do you think that you will be able to make professional money? No, right? Today, we know that being a doctor, it takes easily 5 years and above. To become a specialist, 8 years and above. And to make that kind of money, they put in such a long time of effort. But many people, they want to make hundreds of thousands in the business, but not learning any single thing. Do you think it makes sense? It doesn't make sense. That's why last time, a lot of people, they didn't do it right, and that's why the results is not as good. But in today's world, if today we are educated well in TQG system, that's when you see many people who have achieved a great result through the system. So we are really grateful because just a brief introduction, we are an organization, we are a non-profit organization, TQG, Total Quality Group, where we provide education, we teach, and then we build business owner, we build Amway business owner who want to succeed in the Amway business. So tonight is an opening for you. If today you are looking at building the business professionally, our invitation to you is come into the class and check it out until you are ready. Then you begin your journey with your sponsors. All right? So, a very, very quick one. Imagine this. Our TQG system is very, very simple. Imagine this. Today, if you were to start a business, do you need to build customers? Every businesses, they have customers. For our Amway business with TQG system, it's very simple. Imagine today, you refer 20 customers accumulated through times, all right, to buy in our Amway e-commerce shop, which is our online store, or you can bring them to our offline store, okay, to start doing purchase, to start purchasing product after they listen to your sharing. Imagine when you take care, all right, or you refer 20% to start buying products from Amway and generated about 4,000 ringgit per month. That's when you begin to make an extra 240 ringgit. All right, this is extra. Guys, I know that 240 is not a lot. Okay, but just a quick question. If tomorrow your boss say, I'm going to potong gaji 240, how many of you okay one? Raise your hand. Not 240, I think 50 also you go and kacau already, right? So this is the beginning. And imagine when you start doing this, all right, this is the first step. Imagine this, you refer 20 people, just like just now I mentioned, after you eat the satay, you share with 20 people go and eat satay already, okay? They feel very, very nice, then they continuously going, they bring their friend to go. Imagine you just change a place. Same thing. You start to take good care of yourself, and then you refer 20 people to start making their purchase from Amway, whether it's offline or online, and you start generating 4,000 business volume, you start to make 240. And this is the most crucial part. Once you start to know doing this, you know how to do this, the next thing is start to expand your network. Imagine when you start to share the business opportunity, and you share the opportunity and help 3 person, all right, to do the same thing as you did, which is like you are a franchise, taking care of 20 regular customer, building 4,000 turnover, and you duplicate 3 people to do the same as you, that's where you begin to make more than 2,000 ringgit every month. Now, 2,000 ringgit, good or good? Wow, if imagine you are having 10,000 income every month, it's like 1/5, all right, 20% of your income increment. Guys, after you're working so many years, right, can you decide how much your increment next year? But today, why not take back that decision to make yourself those increment yourself? Okay? And after doing this, now you are, we call it a business owner with 3 associates. After you having 3 associates and you start to teach and share with 3 of your associates the same thing as you did. After you know how to make 2,000 ringgit, do you think that they also want to make that? Can you share with them? And the best part today is you don't need to teach them alone. You can bring them to our class and then we can learn and do it together. And once they know how to do it, they also become like you, making 2,000 every month. This is when your business begin to grow and your income became 7,000 plus every month, and your yearly income is more than 150,000 average. Okay, this is when you are able to teach 3 of them to do the same thing as you did. So after you reach here, okay, after you achieve this, of course, you can choose to maintain at where you are, or you want to continuously building it. Depends on how much you want to make. It's all your own choices. And imagine if 3 of your associates, they also want to do the same thing as you did. They also want to make 7,000 every month. Can you stop them? I think this become unstoppable already. When it become unstoppable, when your 3 associates also making every month, every year 150,000, now you are an emerald, we call it, and you are making 250,000 every year, passive income. Okay? And after you know how to do it, can you teach more people to do the same? Of course, there is no limitation in the business. You can choose to stop at where you want to stop, or you can choose where you want to be. And imagine for those of you who are having a bigger dream, you have bigger goals to achieve or things to buy, then can you help another people to do the same thing as you did? So imagine when you start to help them, when you start to teach another 3% or share with another 3% and develop them to do what you do, 3 people to earn 150,000 every year, now you are a diamond and you are making easily more than 500,000 every year. And imagine when you help 8 independent network, you are making more than 1 million every single year. Okay, but of course, this is just for a reference. If you want to know more about how it works, can talk to the person who brought you here. But what I'm trying to bring to you is, this is what the potential of the business can give it to you. So because of this business, okay, at quite an early stage, I'm able to achieve small little things in my life that I never expect. Okay, and at the same time, why am I still so passionate about building this business until today? Because one of the very important reason is when you begin to solve some of your issue, or like your eating issue, your shelter issue, then of course at the same time we are starting to look at, hey, is there something more that we can do in our life? And one thing that continuously pushing me forward in the business, I really see what I get through this business, the harmony in the family between spouses and among children. We have learned to communicate better in higher EQ. All this is non-monetary that we never expect when we start to build this business 14 years ago. But this is the intangible value that comes along after we build this business. And today, of course, at the same time, happiness, joy, and fulfillment, purpose-driven life. This is something that we have been really enjoyed doing until today. And for a conclusion, a quick one, okay? I'm just a messenger tonight to share with you what happens to my life. And my invitation to you is, hey, why not open up yourself to check it out further, what's happening? Because to conclude it, 14 years back, I was sitting down there, someone who are sharing upstairs, telling me this is what you are going to get. And after given a real shot, real try, serious work, that's what happened to my life. And this can be happen to your life too if you make a serious decision about it. So from a business of your own, unlimited business opportunity, ongoing income stream, and an inheritable business assets, this is real if you were to work on the business real. Because when the COVID hits, I'm not sure how many of you still remember this moment of life. I've seen many people who make money before, but people who continuously making money, very little. And I've heard so many people bankrupt during the COVID time. Why? Because their financial cash flow by just got stuck in by 1 month, their business just gone. Man, we know a lot of people in the Amway business, including me, myself, our income never stopped, but during the COVID time, our income grows. So back then, during that time, I got so many 感触, call what? 感触? 感触 call what? Realization. I got a lot of realization, and then I start to talk to Esther. I said, you know, but during the COVID has gone by 5 years already, right? And I told Esther, 10 years back when we make the decision, we really never anticipate COVID one. But because of that decision, it make our life during the COVID so well. All right? And we don't need to raise the white flag. Okay? So, yeah, how does it impacted you back then? Don't forget that. And we don't know when is the next COVID. We'll never know. But let's prepare our umbrella before the rain comes. Okay? So if you lose your business, all right, how long you can survive? This is just a quick one. And yeah, to conclude it, if you don't know anything tonight, it's okay. You just follow your heart. You just ask yourself this question: do you want the results that I've just shared with you just now? If that result is something that you are longing for, you don't have to believe what I say, but you just have to believe and follow your heart to go and find out further and check with the people who brought you here. Because I always share with my friend, I said, you can choose not to build the business, okay, after you know it 100%, okay? But don't overlook it, and 10 years later, you look back and you feel regret about it, okay? So what's next? For you to understand more, you can join us to become an ABO. And of course, remember this, becoming an ABO is not building the business. Becoming an ABO is getting a distributorship to find out more about how the business works. Get yourself a TQG membership, which is becoming one of our students to learn more, and attend our next GMS. So this uncle always say this, okay? He said, if you don't know him, never mind, okay? He's a rich guy. He said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity, but you are not sure about it, say yes first and then learn about it later. So I hope that my little sharing tonight can enlighten you a little bit, give you more information, and then changes your life if it happens. God bless. Thank you. I pass back the mic to Yvonne. Good night.
On fire, yeah, you set it on fire, on fire.
Okay, let us give a round of applause to June Kheng Hoe. What a great sharing, right? Okay, so just now, before the session start, we did some interaction. I asked, what do you want to improve to get it better in any one of the life aspect, right? So the power of one choice. So can you guys see how fit, how healthy is he? Okay, I can tell you, my friends at this mid of 30, when they play badminton one games, then they KO already. But he can play tennis non-stop for 2-3 hours. This is how fit he is. So after the so-called one decision made back to 10 year plus, then today he's a little bit more flexible. He's a little bit more money than anyone of his same age friends. Am I right? So this is the power. If you make a wise choice tonight, that you can make a difference in 10 years later. So let us thank the great sharing of Kheng Hoe one more time. So of course today we have some bonus. Do you guys want bonus? Good. I can see how excited you guys are. So next we will have 2 flash speakers on stage to share a little bit more with us why they wanted to build a business. Okay. So the very first one is a very capable lady. I would say capable. Why? With the age of about 30 or less than 30, I'm not too sure, 30 plus minus. She's already a GM of 2 companies. GM of 2 companies. So let us have our platinum Serene on stage.
I'm never going back to the chains that were broken. Never going back to the grave. I'm never going back. My eyes are
Yes, hi, good morning, all TQG brothers and sisters. Okay, let me introduce myself. Thank you, our MC Yvonne. Okay, my name is Serene, and by position, I'm currently working in a construction line, okay, holding 2 companies as a general manager. Okay, without this title, I'm actually just an ordinary girl who are working hard for my life, okay, by achieving the greatest unlock in my work. Okay, but today, I want to say that I believe that everyone actually know this statement very well. From small until you study, your parents definitely will tell you, study hard, work hard, and you have a great life. That's it, right? So as my parents, from small, my mom always told me, you have to work, you have to study hard, so that you work hard and you have a great life. But what I can see was that during my working life, okay, before I was promoted as GM, I actually witnessed my own boss ask my ex-GM to retire, and my boss forced him to resign. Yes, before I promoted, because I was young, he was old, okay? But that time I asked my ex-GM, I asked him, for example, let's say Mr. Tan, I asked him, if today you are given a choice, will you retire? He told me that he will not retire because he said that retire requires money. And I was shocked because I was like, you are in a very high position and you have been working for so long. You definitely have a lot of money. But he told me that life is not easy. Even though you retire, you still need money to survive. And that showed me that, wow, job security is like not security. Okay. And today, we also know that age no longer determine your job is security or not. It's about economic crisis. Okay. And to be honest, okay, my life actually is very boring. It's a super boring type. Because in my life, all I know is about working. Because my mom asked me to work hard, work hard, work hard, so you have a great life. That's it. And because of that, typically, I'm a typical person who work very hard that I once before work until 1 a.m. for my company. And then the next day, I continue to work at 8 a.m. That's it. Because all in my life, I know that working, 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 so I can strike higher. That's it. Okay? And because of that, I only start to realize that, wow, my life, I only go home, go work, and in the car. That's it. I only have these three kind of doors: house door, office door to check in and check out, and my car check in to check out as well. That's it. But because of that, I noticed that, wow, my life is like non-stop looping. It's like every day is the same. I just go to work, morning, out from my house, go to work, finish, go home, and that's it. In weekends, I will say that I will definitely not going out with my friends because I already feel very tired. And slowly, I noticed that, wow, my life is always staying at home because I don't know what to do anymore. Okay, until that, wow, I meet a stranger who turns to be my friend. Okay, a person who showed me this opportunity, Ming Hao. Okay, he's the one who showed me. Why I say that stranger turns friend is that because at the first he invited me for an opportunity, but like I say, all I know is about works. I don't know about business because I never tend to understand what is business. But he showed me that the business is how good, how good. Even though I don't understand, but what I can see is that I saw his passion, and maybe the God kasihan me lah because all I know is about working only. Okay, and then because of that, I saw his passion in showing me that, wow, I can change better and have a greater life. But I'm not very sure how about you guys. I believe that everyone today have a lot of friends, but is your friend showing you and caring about your life? I don't know. But for me, a friend of mine, Ming Hao, he really cares about my life. Okay, he showed me that, wow, okay, besides working, I can have a lot of things in my life, including a lot of bucket lists that I never tend to know. Okay, for example, like how to say, I never know that, wow, besides working, I can go to do my own things. Because I never really plan my life for everything. I just know that, okay, today I have to work. I work hard to have a greater life. But through my ex-GM, I can't see a greater life. Because he told me that, wow, retire, you still need money. Then I was like, huh, retire, still need money? Then, well, I worked so hard for what? That was my main purpose when he told me like that. And because of that, I start to notice that, okay, today, I know that maybe the God sent a person to me because the God might notice that, wow, I want to change, but I don't know what to change. And the friend of mine, he showed me that this opportunity and he lead me into this environment. And today I can tell you that I seriously love this environment a lot because I can know a lot of people in my life. Despite I say that I don't have many friends, but today in here I have many friends because of you guys. I even know many people that I now tend to, get to know them. Okay, like our speaker Kheng Hoe, which is also my amazing mentor in this business. So it's really very awesome, to know these all people without you knowing. It's like the God sends something to you. Okay, and throughout my own journey, I noticed what really changed me in this business is my own personal development. I noticed that this is something that no one can steal from you. Because in this environment, it let me grow a lot. Like before this, I only know about working. But after coming in this environment, I start to know that I have many things. I see many things through many people. Like successful people, I witnessed myself, instead of hearing. I believe that everyone knows this statement. We have to see everything with our own eyes, okay? Beside hearing people, because today we don't know what we will be hearing. We might be hearing positive words. We might be hearing negative words that people will say, oh, this business is not very good. But some people will tell, oh, this business is very well. But you never know because you are just hearing without you seeing. So this is what I really love about this environment a lot, because everyone is speaking positive words. Whenever you come here, you feel you are so energy. It's like after working, you just come here. Somehow you will be very excited. You are anticipating for the next. Oh, what is going on? Who will be sharing, and what's the product upcoming next? All this. So it's like eventually you never know that. Wow, this environment has changed me a lot. So I really seriously love this environment a lot. And most important was that I get to learn a lot. I'm not very sure about you guys. For me, like I mentioned, all I know is about working. I every day go upgrade myself is about work skill. That's it. But I never upgrade of myself. I only upgrade my work skill to the point that I never take care even my health. Until I come in this environment, I only notice that healthcare is very important. We have to take care of our health. If we don't have the health, we can't even enjoy the money that we earn. Okay, so this has already like a wake up call for me. And beside that, what I say was that today, my sharing, I'm not very sure whether it will be helping everyone, but I just want to let you know that I actually love coming to TQG. I can seriously tell that every week I was very excited. I was waiting for Thursday to come over here, to learn with everyone. So I was very, very happy when coming here. But I can tell you that beside coming here, what I want was that I hope that upcoming next, I will be able to retire my parents, because right now my parents are still working. So my biggest aim was that in this business, I wish to retire my parents and myself, so I can have freedom time for them, okay, and also lead my team who trust me, who believe in me, so that we can be freedom together and we can go enjoy our life. Like what our speaker Kheng Hoe said, today we are born to enjoy the life, not to work. This is what I always heard from many people who are successful. So I hope that before my last sharing, okay, I wish that definitely I will be able to build my own freedom, and I wish everyone have your own freedom and hold your freedom on your hand well. Thank you. I pass the mic to Yvonne.
Okay, what a heartfelt sharing from Platinum Serene. Okay, so she has her own reason why to build the business. So the next one, we have very very capable leaders who is a professional photographer, a scuba instructor, and today he give all his heart out to build the business as well. So let's welcome Platinum Marcus.
Your love has sparked my heart, set it on fire, on fire, on fire.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Okay, actually, my English is more jialata than Kheng Hoe one. So please bear with me, okay? I'll try my best, okay, to give it a shot. Okay, so today I'm going to share why I'm joining MA business, okay, and then why TQG. Okay, so firstly, okay, I have to thank, okay, my upline, okay, Vivian Ong, my business partner, okay, because of her, okay, only I can join in this business, okay, and then I'll want to thank the uplines, all the uplines, okay, Clarence and Fang Yi, okay, upline Emerald, Fook Sing, and then upline Diamond, Hoi Kit and Yok Moy, okay, and for sure, we have to thank Celia and Dr. Wong. Okay, so a little bit sharing of my background. Everyone know almost every week I'm here, okay, to take picture for Pace. Okay, yeah, this is what I do. This is what I do. I do for some commercials, magazines. Okay, but most of the magazines nowadays are already chopped up. Okay? And then I have to change, to do some commercials work. Okay? So you can see we have to like change in traditional business, or we cannot uh, stick to one thing. Okay? But in Amway, it's different. We can sell sabun from first Amway developed, okay, till now, we're still selling SAA, correct? Okay? So yeah, I'm quite okay one, the photographer, not tipu makan one. Okay? So I go to the TV, okay? TV for people interview me, okay, about my photography. Okay? Another one. I teach scuba diving. Okay? Scuba diving, very fun, right? Everyone like, okay? It's also my hobby. Photography also my hobby. Okay? People envy, okay? Because they see, oh, you very good, oh, you do your hobby as your job. But actually, the truth is, I enjoy to do scuba diving, but when it comes to teaching, actually very stressful. Because if I bring 4 students go, okay, I cannot bring back 3. I have to bring back 4. Correct? Okay, this is very, very stressful. I cannot, you know what I talking about. Okay? Actually, not only that, I got a lot of other jobs. I teach first aid, because before I start my study, actually I joined St. John Ambulance as a paramedic. Okay, so this is what I did. Okay, and then I also a taxi driver last time. Okay, a lot of job, because why have to looking for money? Okay, yeah. So most question that asked by others, you freelancers are very free one, yeah lah, very free lah. But if very free then very jialat lah. Like Kheng Hoe say, very jialat lah, because no money because when you stop working, then means if I'm free, very free that month then that means no income already. Okay, and then I start the business. Okay, I never think of starting a business, although I consume a lot of supplements, I use a lot of products. Okay, until COVID-19. Okay, but how I start the Amway business? Okay, because of only one this double X customer favorite. Okay, why? Actually, I don't want to consume supplements one, because like last time I think a lot of people also very kanji. They don't want to take supplement. Okay, but I was forced lah. You know, my wife forced me to eat lah. Then I have to eat lah. Okay, and then what I found out, okay, is I always do work overnight. Overnight, especially like just now. Actually, I just came back from a photo shoot for ATV as well. Okay, and then actually, if not, I'm not here, then I have to continue working until the next morning. But I arranged some other people to take part of my work. Okay, then I come here. Okay, and then after I consume, always like work very long hour Okay, and then I have to like after I take this I don't feel tired. Okay, I can tahan longer. My battery getting bigger. That's why this is my feeling after consume. And then I start to come to Peso. I was forced last time. I was forced. Then I come I just come study, and then I start to do work, because I can see when I introduce people taking supplements, I can help some people, and then at the same time, I can earn some income. Not much lah. Like 1 month, I can do 3%. I got few less than 100 ringgit lah. But it's good I can use that for my petrol Okay, and then every success there is always an element of luck. Okay, and then but this kind of luck can only be seized when you are prepared. This is not my English. This is actually Vivian one. I copy her slide. My English cannot like this one. So Yeah, why? You can see I sold 6 atmosphere. Why? Because I come here study. I come here, I study, and then I share to people because my house also got my. So actually, yeah, from you can see this left picture. Actually, it's our first atmosphere we sold, and it is in JB. Okay, and then we drive to JB like after work, like 5 p.m. And then we get back to here to KL like 3 p.m. like that. Okay, but when we go at 3 a.m. But when we go, right, we don't know we can close or not. But Clarence said, let's go. We just go. Okay, if don't believe, then it's okay. Okay, then yeah, actually after we got that close, that atmosphere, and then from there, you actually got the confidence. Okay, and then it will slowly come. So you have to continue learning. Okay. Now this is my car actually outside. Then later, if you want to see this car, actually it's outside. can fit 6 atmosphere. Okay, so this is a leadership business. Okay, we can see like other business traditional business this is my LOS uplines. So you can see that everyone is doing the same thing. Okay, this is what I like because got someone to teach. My photographer work right. No people want to teach me one. I have to like you see the dinding I have to go and go and bang one. Okay, bang now cannot. Then I know. Okay, this one cannot. Okay, but in this business, someone can teach us because you can see Clarence and Fangi actually show us what we have to do. So just follow your upline because they will teach you what you have to do. Okay, because when it comes to MBA business, I don't know anything. I just follow. Okay, and I love TQG culture. You can see other organization, they donate money, they just donate one. Okay, but in TQG, we just not only just donate, we have to like, you can see Celia, you go to the place, we donate the not only money, the boat for the community. Okay, so this is what I like. This is what I like in this community. Okay, do MBA no friend one more. Okay, I think a lot of people saying that do no friend one. I think it's the way you approach is something wrong. You have to ask the people who bring you here. Okay, because when come to this environment, actually we know a lot of friends. All these are the friends in TQG. Actually I STP another friend, but it's not in our organization. I don't know which organization, but it's also a platinum. Okay, this one. But sometimes you know, actually some other people is also doing the same business. Okay, and then friendship. Everybody is fighting for the same goal. Okay, 100 diamonds, 30 founders diamond, and 5 FC. Okay, this is what we are fighting for. If we are not going to be a diamond yet, okay, but at least become a platinum. Help your upline to become a diamond. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is I normally I like to do rock climbing. Okay. And then I don't know when it's gonna use the skill because it's my hobby, another hobby, a lot of hobby. But one day actually, I got a photo shoot that need to do upselling. Okay, and then I know better than the trainee. Okay, so this is you don't know when will you use the skill. So come here every week, join us to learn. Okay, and then you can do well in the business. Okay. Yeah, this is last time when I was young. Okay, now become younger. Okay, and then I found out that there are no other business I can bring along my son. This is what I like about the business. I can show my son what I'm doing. Okay, and then now he also can actually help a bit. Help a bit. he know how to take out the e-spring, the atmosphere, and then, yeah. And then I know some days he'll know how to pasang one. Okay, yeah, now you can help a little bit lah. Take picture. Okay, making a lot of money doesn't mean financial freedom. Okay, just now Kheng Hoe share a lot. Only pipelines can provide that. Okay, if you don't adopt the pipeline strategy, okay, the bucket will eventually run dry. Okay, so this one I don't go through much already because just now Kheng Hoe already talked a lot about this. Okay, so I end my sharing here. I hope my humble story will inspire you. Thank you.
Okay, let us thanks again the great sharing from Marcus. Wow, I believe one of his greatest reason to build Amway is to fit his so many hobbies. He need to earn time. He don't just need the money, he need the time to fit all the hobbies from time to time, okay? So he's very great, okay? So before I end tonight's session, do allow me for a few more minutes. Let me do some great announcement for you, which I believe it will be very helpful for every one of you here, okay? So, yep. So for this one, sorry to say that, sold out. But, you know, I always believe this, when there is a will, there is a way, okay? So I think you can, other than stay tuned for the updates from Amway, if there's any more surprise, you can also take the initiative to look for your leaders to check it out for it, okay? Because the tickets, I think, 2,000 plus is run out, been sold out within 1 hour this morning, okay? But I managed to get few lah. So, yeah, okay. For this one, yes, it's sold out also on upcoming Saturday. But again, you can check out with your leaders to try to see if you got any luck to get the tickets, because this one will also be another great launching of our Access Series product, okay? Okay, yeah, so this one is a hybrid workshop. If you miss a rally, but you still want to learn the product knowledge, you can always go for this one. You can scan this also. Yeah. For any more any further information regarding our June promotion, you can check it out in our website, because I don't want to touch it further. So upcoming, we do have this Get Moving Up seminar in Seremban. It's in Malay language. So if you have any friends that you want to bring them in to know more, to explore about this business, this is the right place for Malay language friends, okay? But of course, we do have in Singapore, just another one is Malay language is Seremban. So for this one is in English in Singapore, TQG Singapore. So do get the info from your leaders if you want to register and bring your prospect or friends in Singapore as well. Yeah, so this is Go Super Core Seminar. For whoever qualified 1,000 PB core performer, you can go up another level to attend this seminar. For Mandarin and Bahasa Melayu on different date and time, you can check it out on our TQG apps, okay, or website. So yeah, and this one is our why rally at where? Okay, Kuala Terengganu, okay. Check it out, the place here. So we do have a very, very great speaker lines up to show you the different values of Amway business. So you can contact your platinum leaders to get more info, or even check out the tickets availability. Yep. Yeah, this is our TQG Pace Seremban. Okay, for the Project Eagle graduation day, and we do have this diamond painting all the way from Johor up to Seremban here to be the guest speakers on that day. You can get your tickets from leaders. Other than that, they have their dress code on the day as well. So this is a dress code. So do get ready yourself and join the fun. At the same time, we witness together how the leaders break through Yeah, okay, the dress code. Nice, right? Yeah, this is how fun of the business, not just like very serious look in building the business. So another one, we do have this touch and transform. Okay, it's a wellness carnival that brought by our leaders. So you can, it's actually a combination. There's a lot of activities during this carnival, including skincare and health check as well. So you can get the, okay, you can get the tickets. Okay, okay, see, this is about a little bit more details. You can take a picture if you want. So again, check out the check out the ticket availability from the leaders as well, because I'm worried it's running out soon. Okay, yeah, you can also scan here as well. You can take a picture. It's on next month, 26th of July, the event. So, okay.
所见所闻改变一生，不知不觉断送一生。
Okay, so last but not least, okay, this is the upcoming major function.
各位亲爱的 CQG 的所有的
Okay, sorry,
朋友们，
大家好，
大家好，我是赵阳，
我是霍雨桐，
很荣幸有机会被大家邀请去吉隆坡和大家学习。
非常非常期待本次的行程。
我们是学校毕业之后23、24岁的时候走进这个环境，26岁做到了钻石
，28岁做到了 EDC。
我们也是从24岁开始跟随我们的恩师陈老师学习。
遇到好的老师一定要抓紧紧，
遇到好的老婆也要抓紧紧，
遇到好的机会也要抓紧紧。
在28岁我们完成 EDC 的时候，我在大连体育场召开了一场3万多人的个人演唱会，这是我儿时的梦想。
这也是陈老师、季老师帮我们实现的梦想。
在我们38岁的时候，完成了皇冠大使。这一次能够有机会向大家学习，我们非常的珍惜。我们也会带着我们的8岁的小宝贝一起向大家学习。
期待着早日和大家见面。
我们7月份不见不散。
Okay, so if you love anyone of the sharing just now, I mean, every one of us here could be have our own reason why to start or build a business. This is a must attend event. I would say a must attend event if you wanted to testify with your, with whatever you wanted, with more testimonial, with more leaders' life story. This is the one that you must go, okay? So it will be on July 12 and 13. So do get your tickets from your friends who brought you here tonight, because after this, I believe the tickets will be sold out very soon as well. So this is the next coming Monday. We do have a language in Chinese, Mandarin language for our PACE meeting. So if you have friends in who speak Mandarin, who understand Mandarin well, you can bring them for this event as well. So last but not least is our next week, English PACE. Okay, so we do have our own leaders to share with us about our eSpring, okay, and also our Diamond Chin to speak on how to keep ourselves positive in the business. So do make yourself here for next week as well. So I will see you guys next Thursday, same time, same channel, okay? So driving back, so safe journey back home. So thank you and good night.
You're looking for a home, you are not alone. I can be your guiding light, 'cause I promise you, I'm a dreamer too. Heavy on my heart, wandering the streets tonight.